tie mu ko bi OPATAFOR no yango point nesi o se ni papi associé mu buwe no pasia OPATAFOR hey Adie radidi nam prophet OPATAFOR no Okanesi ofraneba yeje no grewi na yeje nemu yemana iko prophet OPATAFOR yeje no grewi yendie na yeje nemu yemana iko prophet OPATAFOR Adie radidi nam prophet OPATAFOR no Okanesi ofraneba yeje no grewi na yeje nemu Yemana iko prophet OPATAFOR Yejinu grewi yendie na yejinemu Yemana iko prophet OPATAFOR Yeba Abaya sasima eyesano nyami ayano Nana basano ebeti akedi afuo obebu dadi adapan ni we sumu akuradi epie yemana yiko prophet OPATAFOR eradi asiesie no sa mind dentene eno se sheki anase wosumpa ni chirebe ye no yebengu no OPATAFOR nsem eno sigana maye misimu se monye kuma Efisa ya mumuna OPATAFOR no afiri apa ono na odi erade huhuma wone so ono eba beji erade maye free kwaye mo okana esi ofra na eba yeje no grewi na yeje nemu yemana iko prophet OPATAFOR no yeje no grewi yendie na yeje nemu Yemana iko prophet OPATAFOR Adie radidi nam prophet OPATAFOR no Akanesio afiraneba yeje no grewi na yeje nemu Yemana iko prophet OPATAFOR yeje no grewi yendie na yeje nemu Yemana iko prophet OPATAFOR Mema Osiujatano na wodumo jetumi akana na fompesuwegu na yana osa nyare wanso OPATAFOR ni twedi amba onyankopon ni OPATAFOR ni Yesu Kristo ni OPATAFOR ni onkonkunu so ni eno ti se wuswan ne so a obeye nchenche mawai erinya wo hini anampo su seduban the global seer asasia no naisia OPATAFOR ni wayare senie OPATAFOR ni oye Yesu ni OPATAFOR ni erade nkwaje ni se wakane bere umpa ejuri pie mo kese wai ayedin ma o se obato ne puma no dade ekoti I know people kese OPATAFOR enim se wanke wo ho obeya saseta wai na me sheki anasa wo so wa ni trebe ye no ibehu no OPATAFOR nsem yeje no grewi ayeji nemu yemana iko prophet OPATAFOR yeje no grewi yendie na yeji nemu yemana iko prophet OPATAFOR adie radidi nam prophet OPATAFOR no Okanesi afiraneba yeje no grewi na yeje nemu.
All right, greetings to you in the gracious confines of your abode. I believe you all are doing fervently well. As a matter of fact, we were supposed to meet yesterday, but due to one or two reasons, we were not able to meet. Today, I deem it great and expedient to catch up with you on this very same channel as courtesy demands. So please, with all due respect, you can as well share this live telecast with a lot of people as much as you can, and then try as much as possible to subscribe to this channel in case if you haven't. And then if maybe you do have a question in your mind, grab your keypads and channel all your thoughts to the comment section for me, and I will be very great to respond to you as well. For the past 2-3 days, I've been very busy. And it has been raining all day, as you can hear at the back of the live stream. You can see that it is drizzling. Not even drizzling per se, it is raining as well, but just that it is not as serious as how it is for about 2-3 hours ago. It was raining seriously and heavy, and there were thunder strikes and lightnings as well. But at the moment, I think it has been brought down. So I deem it great to come in and then engage with you on an intellectual discourse. So big ups to you all. I believe you're doing great. I am OPATAFUOR. In case today happens to be the first time that you're catching me live, I am OPATAFUOR. Yes, I am OPATAFUOR. Nana basano ebeti akedi afuo obebuda dia da pain no yisumu akurade apie yemana yiko prophet OPATAFUOR erade asiesie no down mind tentene eno se sheki anase wosumpa ni chirebe ye no yebewu no OPATAFUOR nsem eno sigana maye misimo se monye kuma efisaya mumuna OPATAFUOR no afiri apa ono na odi erade huhum e won so ono eba beji erade maye free nkwaye mo okana esi ofra na eba ye jino grewi na ye jinemu ye mana go prophet OPATAFUOR no ye jino grewi ye ndie na ye jinemu ye mana go prophet OPATAFUOR. Yes, at the moment it sounds so great to have you watch this live telecast as well. Please, with all due respect, in case if you have any message, you can as well grab your keypads and then channel all your thoughts to the comment section. And then most of you people who have been doing me a favor every now and then, please do as how we always do, or it has always been happening, where you download this particular video and then you cut it into pieces and upload on your platforms. By doing that, you are actually growing your platforms as well, and at the same time you are helping us to reach arms to a lot of people in the society. You see, there are so many people out there who needs to hear this particular message. I know that it is not everybody who will hear this message and then buy it. Why? Because this particular messages that I've been feeding you people with, it's not an ordinary message. But once you are fully filled with the power of the Holy Spirit, I know for sure that once you listen to me, once you listen to any of my preachings, and you are fully filled with the power of the Holy Spirit, definitely the Holy Spirit will help you understand me as well. So please share this live stream to the various platforms to which you have affiliated yourself to. Next month I will be writing my exam, so probably I'll not be able to engage with you on a frequent basis as how we used to do, but at least once in a blue moon I'll try as much as possible to do catch up with you as well. So please leave your messages at the comment section. Now let me say this in Chi. Charlie many abre na me pentokwa swati ase me pentokwa brofo no de me ka ahoho na aba na omo abruchire no omo te amka se me pentokwa ba me pentokwa e se me pentokwa me pesofo a odin na wayi nanim matia na kire ne se bibi o swati ase e se ma wie me fasting no the energy no very high me pentokwa what else here. Big ups to you, all my wonderful prophets in the house. Greetings to you as well. The Osofumames and the evangelists and the apostles as well. Greetings to you all. I respect you. I'm not saying that you people should fight me. No, I'm talking in respect to these people who have turned onto a wayward life, who are not part of the divine counsel. I'm talking respect of those people. So please, I'm not talking about you. Thank you very much. Hwɛ many abrim pese me pese me de me nsa sei me pese me de me nsa po baabi ba bibi si kyerɛ obi sɛ ɔpatafoɔ me wɔ hɔ.
Afra nepa, yeje no grevi, na yeji nemu. Yemana iko prophet OPATAFUOR. Yeje no grevi, yendi na yeji nemu. Yemana iko prophet OPATAFUOR. Akera didi nam prophet OPATAFUOR no. Okanesi afra nepa, yeje no grevi, na yeji nemu.
Now let's quickly go to the comment section and read some of the messages that you people have dropped out there. Now our very first message is coming directly from the corridors of Nyamike, and it reads, Papa, thank you for coming. Thank you very much as well. I believe you're doing very well. Ebenezer Dunya says, good evening, Papa. Thank you very much. Reverend Adakwa, salute you, man of God. I believe you're doing fervently well in wherever that you find yourself. Bishop Belinda Brown, also from Miami, big ups to you as well. I believe you're doing well. Stowite, salute you, gentlemen of the house. Now, who else is again? There is another message coming directly from Stella Echampon. Stella, it's said Yaboko. Paul Esuma from South Africa. I believe you're doing fervently well with your wonderful family as well. My regards to your beautiful wife. Greetings to her for me. I really appreciate you people so much. Now we have a very next message coming directly from Gladys and Bruce, and it reads, praise the Lord. Okay, hallelujah. Gladys, now let's move on. Augustina, how you doing? I believe you're doing well. Okay, you. Okay, now no set me me tomorrow. Okay, yeah, kwentu. Yesu. OPATAFUOR adi nyina. Drew dear on. Nsa. Yeah, trust me for that. Now, Kunadu Mary, how you doing? Good evening to you as well. James Amuzu, Josephine Boateng says, greetings to you, my lovely Papa. Thank you very much. How you doing? I believe you're doing. Salute you as well. Now, let's move on to our very next message coming from Nana Sika. How you doing? Salute you as well. Greetings. Now, Fifi Sumai Rosa Joseph, when how you doing? I believe you're also doing well. Now, Bashir Fayau, who else is again? Eva Dubuahin, Elizabeth Odro, Mom, how you doing? I believe you're also doing well. Another message coming directly from Sheena, Mary Frimpon as well. A lot. First Lady, how you doing? I believe you're also doing well. Nina Great, how you doing? I believe you're also doing well. My Mary Magdalene, greetings to you. I believe you're also doing well. It shall be well. Okay. Aqua J, salute you, senior. I believe you also doing well. Yalfori, how you doing? I believe you're also doing well. Okay, a lot. Echa and the rest. We have a lot of messages coming from our beloved ones. Please, Jennifer Numako, Alice, Joseph Smith, all of you people have tendered in a message at the comment section, and I am very glad to have your people drop your message at the comment section. Now, let's move on. Please, if you have any message, leave it for me. I came probably because maybe you have a message, and once you have a question for me, you just drop it at the comment section, and then I'll receive it and answer you as well. Now, let's move on. Now, Roger Joseph says, Papa King James, who wrote the Bible, will he go to heaven or God will punish him? Well, I'm not in the best position to judge on the behalf of God, right? But Bible says that at the end of the day, everybody's doings or actions will be weighed in the presence of the Great One. So whatever that he did, if the higher heavens deem it profitable and then holds it in higher esteem, this is where they will grant him visa to enter into heaven as well. But if whatever that he did goes contrary to the rules of engagement, this is where He has a lot to answer before the divine council as well. So let's leave everything. The going to hell of every individual depends solely on the person. So I would love to poke my nose in the affairs of people's salvation. Your salvation rests solidly and solely in your hands. What you decide to do with your life will be determined when you kick the bucket, whether you have the opportunity to access the divine realm or you will be kicked out. Thank you very much. Now let's move on. If you have any message, please leave the message. Kwaja Piasante, salute you, senior. I believe you're doing well. Mama Dinah, you are welcome to the comment section as well. Please, if you have any message, leave the message at the comment section for me. Today, I came on your way to just speak with you with the issues of what I'm about to talk about. I've already spoken about it a couple of years ago in my church, but today I think I should waste this time and then treat this particular topic again for you to understand the realities of life and how from today henceforth you're supposed to position yourself and then click with the Holy Spirit as well. Okay, so I'm here to touch on the topic of promise, price, and a purpose. I've already spoken about these three things, but today I'll repeat it again so that those of you that haven't gotten the opportunity to watch that video, I think today is an opportunity for you to also do listen to it as well. So I have given you people about 10 minutes to feature in any question that you people have. It has always been an engagement. I would love the situation where I'll come and then I will only be the person doing the talking as well. I want you people to also engage in this live stream as well. And by doing so, you must grab your key parts and channel all your thoughts to the comment sections as well. Whatever message that you have within your heart, leave it at the comment section for me. Salute ya.
Na wodu moja tumi akana na fompe suwegu na ya na wosa nyare wanso apatafuo ni twedi ambo nyankoponi apatafuo ni Yesu Kristo ni apatafuo ni onkunkunu so ni ene ti se wushine ne so a obeye nchenche mawai erinya wo hini anampo su seduba.
Now we have a message coming directly from Nene Sika, and it reads, Daddy, please, Leviathan and the 24 elders, please, who is powerful? Well, you can't compare Leviathan to the 24 elders. Why? Because there are differences among them. Leviathan is a primordial god. Leviathan is a primordial god. When we talk about the primordial gods, they are entities that possesses an extreme energy that the great one, our Father, created. And as we all know, or maybe some of you people are not aware, Leviathan, they were created in two, the female and then the male. But as time went by, they did something, and then the great one had no option than to take one out of the system. And then the one that he actually took from the system, he incinerated that one. That is the female. Now, God has taken the female from the system, left with the male who lies at the bottomless pit, the deeper realm of the earth. That is where this Leviathan actually lives. Now, this Leviathan, because of what he did with his female counterpart, at the end of everything, at the end of time, God is going to bring him out from the bottomless pit and then hits Leviathan with a very big sword. When you read the book of Isaiah, it is written in there that a day is coming that God is going to bring Leviathan out and destroy him. So they were created into two. They were two. Yeah, let me put in that word. They were two, but due to the heinous crimes and shameful propensities that they committed, God had no option than to destroy these primordial gods. Now, with the issues of the 24 elders, the 24 elders are also gods. But with the issues of the 24 elders, they are not entities who will be destroyed by God. The 24 elders have been given authority, power, and divine mandate, and they have been charged with an instruction, and they do all things in honoring the Father. Sometimes it's just that they possess some human characteristics where sometimes when you sit down to analyze and ascertain certain actions that they portray, you could see clearly that there were some bits of hatred, jealousy in some of their actions, as how I've taken to myself to cross-check from Genesis to Revelation and locate at any exact place where any event took place, which probably speaks about the 24 elders. So the 24 elders, they are gods. They are gods, but they are not equal in authority to our Father. Now, when you read some of the incidences that actually did happen in some of the stories in Genesis, imagine Bible saying that Moses was able to influence God when God had the intention of destroying the entire Jewish people, where Moses sat God down and then advised him. And Bible says that based on the advice that Moses gave to God, God retracted from the sin that he was about to commit. You see, the Bible using a sin to describe God, it belittles him. God cannot sin. God cannot sin. If you tell me that Moses was able to advise the Creator or our Father where he retracted from the sin that he was about to commit, you see, it belittles God. Now, in the earthly realm, we are permitted to use certain vocabularies and words to describe our Father. But when you ascend to the higher realm, more like the cosmic realms, when you go there and you call our Father God, it is considered as a sin, because our Father is not God. The Creator of heaven and earth is not God. So we don't call him God. There are gods over there, and when you single one out of the gods, then we call him God. So the 24 elders are gods. When you take one out of them, they are called God, right? When you take one out of the 24 elders, you can boldly describe him as a God. But our Father is not God. The power of our Father transcends all human limitations, transcends all spirit limitations, transcends all the powers, principalities, dominions, thrones, the seraphims, the cherubims. The ability of our Father, it transcends all. So in our realm, we don't have a specific word to describe him. Now, preferably in our realm, we are supposed to address God as how you people call him, as our Father. That is the only best word that can describe him. When you say God, when you say Onyankopon, when you say Eradi, whatever word you use, it means you have brought the power of God into human limitation. There is no language which is found within the 72,000 maternal tongues, which is probably spoken by spirit entities and humans here on earth, can be used to describe our Father. The ability, the status of our Father transcends all human description. He's all-knowing, all-powerful. But you see, as a matter of fact, since he's the one who gave birth, we assume he gave birth to the 24 elders, and then they possess his characteristics. So sometimes we tend to use certain descriptions that is purportedly supposed to be used for the 24 elders. Then we tend to give that description to God. So in the higher realm, when you ascribe a title as God to our Father, it is a sin. But in our realm, when you say God, it is of no sin. Now, imagine the Bible asserting that God came to sit on the mountain. When you probably read the book of Exodus, where he demanded of the Israelites or the Jewish people to prepare food for him, where he sat on the mountain and ate with the people right before them. Now, when you read the Bible, it is in there. This is not any hearsay or I'm just quoting out of context, but majority of you people who have read the Bible and who have followed me for some time, I have quoted this particular quotation countless of times, where I have proved to you that God descended down, came to sit on the mountain, and then ate right before the Jewish people. Now imagine God eating. It ridicules him, it reduces his status, it belittles him. It was not God who descended down to come and eat, right? But rather, it was the 10th among the 24 elders who descended down from the higher heavens to have an engagement with the Jewish people. Now, let me clarify this. The 10th among the 24 elders was the one who used to talk to Moses every now and then. And the 10th among the 24 elders, he is a quick-tempered type. He is a quick-tempered type. So most of the times when you read from the Genesis, Exodus, and other books where Moses and his entourage actually came on the scene, you could see that the God that Moses used to work with, he was a quick-tempered type, and he was extremely difficult, and he doesn't forgive. Where when you go contrary to the rules of engagement, he tends to kill you just like that. He can just open the earth and allow the earth to swallow thousands of people without showing any sign of remorse. Now, sometimes imagine the Father to whom we assume or we term as God, sitting down to tell people that he has regretted creating humans. So in the first place, you claim you are omniscient, you're omnipotent. In the first place, didn't you know that when you create humans, a time will come that humans are going to rebel on your voice or on your instructions like that? Since you are omniscient, omnipotent, you should be able to know. But you see, the 24 elder who descended down to walk with Moses at a point, because he does all things in favor of the Lord and he stands in for the Father. It's like the president sending somebody to go and represent him somewhere. Anything that he does, it is the name of the president that will be used as a cover-up, because the president was the one who actually sent that person to represent him or her. So you see, this is how it has always been. But it's just that the King James Bible messed up with certain things, and it was not able to be precise with certain things that it actually said. Why? Because you can't just tell me that God will just get up one day because of the attitude of humans, and then he will say that I have regretted for creating humans. How does that sound to your hearing? How does that sound to your hearing? Please, with all due respect. So Exodus chapter 24 verse 9 to 10. I think they have written the Bible over there, the quotation over there. Exodus chapter 24, please, with all due respect, open your Bibles to that particular quotation. Exodus chapter 24 verse 9. Now please listen to this attentively. Exodus chapter 24 verse 9 to 10. I am reading this particular quotation. Those of you who are well educated, who are highly endowed with faculties that are more receptive, please sit yourself down and synthesize this particular statement. Sit yourself down. Now I am reading it out. Exodus 24 verse 9 to 10. It reads, Then went up Moses and Aaron, Nadab and Abihu, and 70 of the elders of Israel. And they saw God of Israel, and there was under his feet as it were paved work of sapphire stone, and as it were the body of heaven in his clearness. And upon the nobles of the children of Israel he laid not his hands. Also they saw God and did eat and drink. You see, they saw God. They saw God, and God did eat and drink. Exodus 24 verse 9 to 11. When you read the verse 11, it will tell you that they saw God, that God was sitting on the mountain on a throne, and then he ate and drank. Now if God ate and drank, then who is he? It was not our father, but this particular 24 elder who was sent, he is the 10th among the 24 elders. And this particular 24 elder, he likes meat. He likes enjoying himself. He is the one who used to walk with Moses, where he authoritated Moses to be killing young cows, young animals like sheep and stuff like that, and be burning them as a burnt sacrifices unto the Lord. You see, so within this context, when you tell me God descended onto the mountain and ate, then God's ability is limited within human. You see, because it is we humans that eat and drink, but our Father, whose ability transcends all, he does not eat because he doesn't go hungry. He is not of any thirst. He is a supreme being. But the 24 elder among them, the 10th among the 24 elders, descended down and ate with the people. If not that this is a place that I don't deem it great, I would have mentioned the name of the 12 to 4 elder, that the 10th among them. You see, so sometimes when you sit yourself down and ask yourself certain questions, you could see that no, there's something wrong somewhere, unless maybe you decide not to accept the truth. But when you give in all to the truth, you realize that how can God become hungry? Is he a being that possesses our flesh? He transcends all. In fact, in our realm, we belittle him, but the ability and power of God, the one that we know as the creator of all things, I'm telling you, his ability transcends all. He doesn't go hungry. He doesn't sleep. He doesn't do anything. He is all knowing, all powerful. He doesn't go angry. He will not kill human. Our Father will not kill human. But you see, the 24 elders, they were actually looking for a position. So anytime that God sends one among them to come and lead the people, then they turn in to chip in with their interest. Among the 24 elders, they were having their interest. So as time went by, God, our Father, decided to take things into consideration, where he sat the 24 elders down and then decided to authoritate them to bring all their actions into book, where he sat among them and judged them. He did it, and they arrived at a conclusion that he is not going to allow them to come down here on earth. And he decided to send Jesus to bring his image and direct identity here on earth. So a lot has happened which goes beyond your human comprehensions and stuff like that. So try and then understand this. So, oh my goodness, imagine our Father coming down to come and eat. Oh, no, don't think like that. Our Father doesn't go hungry. Is it because there is famine in heaven or what? Our Father going hungry, and then he descended down to come and eat. In fact, who is found worthy to cook the food of God? Please ask yourself, who is found worthy? Women have been menstruating, and men have been committing crimes every year, every now and then. So who is found worthy? Who is righteous here on earth to cook the food of God? You see, the 10th among the 24 elders, the 10th among the 24 elders who used to engage with Moses, he is a quick-tempered one. He doesn't like humans. He doesn't like humans. That is why he used to be killing humans just like that. You see, the God who walked with Moses, he used to be killing humans just like that. Every now and then he will open the earth up and then cause thousands and 10,000s of people to fall into the pit, and then he close it up just like that. Why was he doing that? Why was he doing that? He was doing that because he himself, he didn't like humans. Get that? Now, Doreen Sewa Brefo says, please, can I then say that we were created by the 24 elders? No, you can't say that. They engineered everything. They engineered everything. Now, the artifact, this facial expression, the physical touch, which is our stature, this one, they are the brain behind it. But there is something special that was planted into human, and nobody has it unless our Father, who is in the highest realm, the invisible realm. So you don't say that we were created by 24 elders, but know and know it well that the 24 elders, each among them, they has a role that they actually played in the creation of human. So get that. There's something that was placed in human. Get that. So please, the primordial gods are different from the 24 elders. The 24 elders, they are dangerous and extremely powerful. They are very close to God. They are the councils. They are the ones that can be termed as gods. But you see, our Father is not found within the range of gods. He transcends them all. That is why Jesus Christ was very careful, so that when he ascends to the higher realm, he will not be judged. or not be found guilty. That is why Jesus never used any word called God. But most of the time, any word that Jesus will open his mouth and talk, he will say, our Father, our Father, our Father, our Father. He will say, my Father, my Father. Cross-check from Matthew, Luke, and John. When you read these Gospels, you see clearly that everywhere that Jesus spoke, he made mention of our Father. He didn't want to use this human realm language to describe the Father, or else when he ascended to the higher realm, they will assume him as, when he went to the world, he went to belittle the creator, or the man, or the being, or the supreme being whose mercy that we do live, or the one who emanated everything, who brought everything into existence. He didn't use God because he knows that the 24 elders are the gods. The best word to describe them is gods. But our Father transcends every human description. Every human description. So get that. Get that, okay? So the Leviathan that we know in the Bible, when you read Job 41, please open your Bibles to Job 41. It specifically describes Leviathan, where it's actually said that. Now, please, Job 41 verse 1 downwards. As you can see, it actually describes Leviathan. Now, I'm reading verse 1. Can thou draw out Leviathan with an hook, or his tongue with a cord which thou lettest down? So you see, they were actually describing the nature, the capabilities of Leviathan, this primordial god. Now, the 24 elders are far powerful than the Leviathan. Why? Because Leviathan in question has been disconnected from his source. But when it comes to the issues of the 24 elders, they have not been disconnected from the source. So since they have not been disconnected from the source, it means any entity who will wage war against any being who is still connected to the Father, you will be defeated. Because once anybody is connected to the Father and you defeat that person, it means you have defeated the Father. You see? So this is the whole issue. So the 24 elders, among them, some are engineers. Some of them, they have their roles. Some of them are scribes. A lot. That is why when you read the book of Genesis, it states that, and God says, let us create humans in our own image and likeness. Let us create humans in our. It means there were plenty. So who were these gods? They were the 24 elders, who are the engineers behind human creation. But the power and something special, to which I wouldn't love to tell you people, was placed in humans. And that thing comes directly from God. Yeah, so get that. So, in case there should be a war which breaks out within our system between Leviathan and the 24 elders, I'm telling you that the 24 elders, one out of the 24 elders, will single-handedly defeat Leviathan. Okay? So that is it. Get that. So please, if you have any question, you can as well leave the questions to me. Imagine, you see, there is a lot that you people If you have any question, now let's read something from Nana G. Nana J says, now there's another question coming from Ebenezer Dunya. He says, Papa, please, the 4 living creatures, have they visited the earth before? And what was their sign depicting their presence? The 4 living creatures. The 4 living creatures, yes, they have visited this earth countless of times. During the times of Ezekiel the prophet, the 4 living creatures, among other powerful beings who are close to our Father, they visited the earth. They visited the earth. During the times of Daniel, they visited the earth. During the times of Enoch, the prophet, they visited the earth. So, they have visited this earth countless of times. But it's just that they are very powerful. They are very powerful. So get that. Nana J Senior says, Papa, please, according to the Bible, Jesus went and showed himself to his Father after he resurrected, before coming back to show himself to his disciples. If it was true, what was the motive, please? Now, Jesus going to show himself to his Father, such an incident did happen probably because he went to tell his Father that I've been able to fulfill whatever assignment that you authoritated me to go to the planet Earth to do. I've told you that the way you people perceive Jesus to be and what you people have been taught for decades about Jesus, the ability of Jesus transcends all description that you people normally gives to him. I have never seen any pastor on earth. I have listened to pastors, countless of them, but I have never seen any pastor, a single prophet on earth who has had the opportunity to describe Jesus to his fullness. All the things that they tend to articulate him with, it only limits him. I'm telling you the truth. Because what I know, what I have been taught in higher realms, and what I know exactly about Jesus, I'm telling you that the things you people know about him, it belittles his ability. It belittles Jesus's capacity on earth and within the entire cosmic dimension. What I know about him, it is too dangerous, and I can't tell you people. Okay, now let's move on to Doreen says, please, this statement that we were created in the image of God, the Supreme, should be corrected as relating us to him undermines his ability. No, it doesn't undermine his ability. It doesn't undermine his ability. The Bible asserting that, Doreen, we were created in the likeness of our Father, does not belittle him. It doesn't limit him. Do you know why? We were created in the likeness of our Father, not in the essence of what we depict physically. Not in the essence of when you look onto my face, the facial appearance, the description that you see. That is not how the Bible is trying to tell you. It's an idiomatic expression which is being coded in a mysterious way. Now, when the Father, after the 24 elders have engineered the nature of how they would preferably want humans to look, there was something special that our Father planted in us. which makes us connected to him directly and makes us look like him, not in physical appearance wise, but in something else. I don't want to tell you. I would have told you people, but I don't want to tell you people. That makes me who I am.
So the mama wa be buomwa e de mu ko bi so patafoɔ no no yango point na si wose ni papi asosi emu buwe no basia patafoɔ hey adiera didi nam prophet opatafoɔ no akanesi ofraneba.
So you see the truth behind we being created in the likeness of our Father doesn't necessarily connote to our physical appearance, but they were trying to let us understand certain things, and that is the realities of what is behind that particular saying. We resemble every soul here on earth, which was engineered within the labyrinthine corridors, within the ethereal realm of the 24 elders. If only you were created by these beings, then there is something special that has been planted in you, which makes you gain that momentum to be connected to your Father. One day, when it pleases me and I deem it fit, I will tell you exactly what God planted in humans. I am OPATAFUOR. My goodness. Me a friend OPATAFUOR me found. Oh, me pa me ya so me pa me nye untimi nya me hwi. I will terrorize you. Metete musa. Okay, let's move on. We have another message coming from Ebenezer Dunya, and it reads, please, Papa, the resurrection power, was it in the care of a particular celestial being or directly from our Father? You see, one thing that you must understand is that the resurrection power that you have been talking about, it has not been given to any being. The resurrection power, every human here on earth has that power in them. The resurrection power, every human here on earth has that power in them. If you don't know, let me tell you the truth. It's just that you need a special knowledge about this resurrection power, how to activate your own. You need some special things about it, right? To get that. Japhet says, please, Prophet, are there humans here on earth who were not created by the God? And if so, then what's the difference? Yes, there are some humans here on earth who were not created by God. They were not created by God, or they were not engineered within the corridors of the 24 elders through the help of our Father. Okay, thank you very much. One day I will explain that to you, and that makes me OPATAFUOR, mean few. That's me found pain. OPATAMI. Now let's move on, my dear. Japhet, big ups to you. I believe you are doing well. Now, Nana J says, Papa, please, when Jesus met the multitude at the shore, he sat in the boat and told his disciples to push it on the sea before speaking to them. Why was so? Oh, it's not anything new. It wasn't anything new. It's just human reactions. Maybe you just meet somebody along the shore where you feel like they should sail the boat so that you sit on the sea and talk to the people. Just like that. You should understand that. It's not anything new. It is not anything mysterious or anything of that sort. So get that. Please like this video and share it as well. Okay, so that is all what it takes. So you see, Nene Sika says, Daddy, please, are you from the tribe of Judah? Because sometimes you look like a lion, sometimes like an eagle, sometimes like a lamb, and sometimes normal like human. You see, you must possess the characteristics of all these things. Sometimes you must look like a lion. Sometimes you must try as much as possible to look like an eagle and all these things. You see, it depends on the spirit that is working at that particular moment. I can operate in a human form if only the spirit operating at that moment is human. And sometimes I can operate in my ego form. I believe you have observed me very well. Majority of the people who loves me dearly in their heart, I have appeared to me. I have appeared to them in an ego form before. You see, I will not share my secret out. So let it be. Okay. Margaret also says you are very welcome, Papa. Thank you very much, my dear. I believe you are doing well. Hey, OPATAFUOR mahuna mani o. Menkwa mitibode. Mepacho o question bi afabra ni ntiti. Ya onyema bi wo ha. Sometimes when I read and listen to certain things, I laugh and then brush things off and let things slip through my fingers just like that. So please, with all due respect, you must understand certain things. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. That particular prayer, do you understand it? One day, if it touches my heart, I'll come live and explain and decode that particular prayer to you people. You see, from Genesis to Revelation, I have read all the books that are prophets, the seers, the sages, the philosophers, the apostles, and all the pastors, the high priests, all the things that is said about our Father. It is not as heavy like that of the sayings of Jesus Christ about our Father. I'm telling you, if I am to tell you, it's just that I have not been permitted to talk about our Father, to describe our Father. The very day that they give me that opportunity, I will not hesitate to talk about our Father, quote countless of quotations to explain certain things to you. And that very day, all those who have the opportunity to watch me, I'll give you a secret code on how to engage yourselves personally with your Father. One day, when they permit me, I'll do it. Okay, until then, you still remain within these realms that you people find yourself. So get it and accept it and let it be as how it is. Daddy, okay, Nene says that. Daddy, please, is the great white-haired part of the 24 elders. He is the first. The 24 elders is the first among the great white-haired. He is the first among the 24 elders. He is the first. He is the first among the 24 elders. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. The great white hair. He is the first among the 24 elders. That is how I basically describe him. And he's Kai. Please, I'm not permitted to speak about him. So let it be as how it is. Now let's move on. If you have any question, please leave it at the comment section. The 24 elder, the great white hair, who is the crown of the Father. He is the only one who is found worthy to sit on a higher throne beside our Father. All roads and every entity that has ever been created, they report to him. He is measured in parasounds, and there is no being, a luminous being that surpasses him. He is the one that even among the 24 elders, some are not found worthy. Among the hired, among the living creatures, among the 24 elders, among the seraphims, the cherubims, the principalities, powers, among them, some of them are not found worthy to even look unto his face. He is the one that has 16 hairs. Forgive me. Please, let's move on, okay? Nana J says, Papa, please, after Jesus captured the Queen of Heaven, when he cursed the tree where she was hiding, at that point, was she released because she is still working? In your eyes, she is still working because you still see some of her works being prepared here on earth. But you see, the things that you have been seeing which relates to the Queen of Heaven are some of her miscreations. We call it a misqualified energy. The things that she has miscreated, like the establishment of different religious systems, and to which she has planted in all the religion her seed for them to bow to her and then worship her as well. From the very day that Yeshua, who is known as the Jesus Christ, the very day that he actually captured the Queen of Heaven, all her actions, everything that she had in mind was brought to an end. But remind yourself that all her miscreations, all her misqualified energies that she has created was not totally wiped out on earth. So since her misqualified energies that she has created is not wiped totally from the surface of this earth, it means the actions and activity of those misqualified energies will still continue. So that is why you see that though the Queen of Heaven has been defeated by Jesus Christ, but yet still her activities and works are still ongoing here on earth. You must understand that. The things that you see are her miscreations and misqualified energies. The things that, the power that was bewildered to her, the things that she used her power to create wrongly. That's exactly what you see in this end time. So get that. So let's get back to business. Okay, so with all due respect, if you have any message, you can as well leave it at the comment section. You can as well. There is a message coming from Rebecca Forson, and it reads, Prophet, reading Bible means, it means that you are doing your mission Please, I don't get what you are trying to tell me. Please, if you can rephrase your question for me, I'll be very grateful. I don't get it, please, with all due respect. Okay, now let's move on. Kodra Sanchez says, Papa, what can one do to be found wealthy in the eyes of our Father? Kodra, there are a lot of things that you can do as human to be found wealthy in the sight of your Father. Okay, that is why I keep on telling you that I've not been permitted to talk about our Father. Once they give me that rightful authorization, I will talk about him. I'll talk about him. Ebenezer says, Papa, please, the leader of the 24 elders, has he visited the earth before? And what was his signs? No. The 24 elders, the first among them, he has never visited the earth. And he can't, and he will not. Because the earth is full of sin. And any entity who will step his foot here will become corrupt. That is why when the Pharisees went to Jesus and asked him that, we know you are a righteous and a holy person and all your teachings are correct. Just look at the response that Jesus gave to them. He says, no, I'm not righteous. The reason why Jesus didn't walk here on earth and proclaim to be a righteous being, because the earth itself is corrupt. So any being, any luminous being that steps its foot here on earth will become corrupt as well. So the 24 elder, the first among them, he will never come here. And it's not even among the angels, among the seraphims. It is not all of them that has the power to even go before him. He is extremely powerful. It is through him that the Father speaks to the world. It is through the first among the 24 elders that the Father speaks to the world. He sits on the throne, the 24 elder, the first among them. He has a special throne that he sits on, a special throne that resembles that of the Father's own. So anytime that you see a being of that type sitting on that particular throne, you might mistake him for a father. But you see, even if you mistake him to be the Father, God is not provoked. God is not annoyed. Why? Because it is only the 24 elder, the first among them, who sits on the throne and weep 24/7 for humans. He weeps at all times. He weeps at all times. And the weeping, the tears that comes out from the eyes of the first among the 24 elders, it is like jacinth mixed with a brimstone in the form of fire, which comes out from the eyes of the first among the 24 elders. And even when angels who operate from the fifth, fourth, third, second, and first degree, if you get closer to it, the tears of the first among the 24 elders, it will burn you alive. It will automatically reduce you to nothing. So the first among the 24 elders, he is not a being to joke with. He is not a being. He is not a being. He is not a being to joke with. He is he the even the, no. Is he no. He's not a being to joke with. So please, his ability transcends all human description. He is the only one who sits down and has a crown on his head. And I'm praying that one day God will grant each and everyone the opportunity to ascend to the zenith of heaven, to see things yourself. From that day onwards, when you come down here on earth, You will not live your life anyhow. And yes, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You want to talk about, you see, it's just that I have been given the opportunity and the mandate to talk about them. Listen to me carefully. I have been given the mandate and the opportunity to talk about them. If not that, my name will be blown out of the book of life completely. Do you know the reasons why from Genesis to Revelation no prophet, no philosopher, no high priest spoke about the 24 elders? Because nobody has the right to talk about the 24 elders. It was only John who had the opportunity to ascend to the higher heavens. And when John ascended to the higher heavens, he had the opportunity to see all these 24 elders. And even with that, he only made mention of their name in a group, being it 24 elders. He never singled any of them out and spoke about them. No. He never spoke about each and every one of them personally, just like that. But rather, John spoke about the 24 elders in a group. Do you know why? It is not permitted to talk about the 24 elders because of their nature and how they are. Their identity conflicts that of other beings, and sometimes if care is not taken, you might do a mistake by taking them as God or your father. That is why we don't talk about them. Hey, Gaban says, Papa, please, Enoch too, did he talk about them? Yes, Enoch spoke about them, but not all of the things that he literally taught people about them, because it's not easy to talk about them. You think you can joke with them. a being who stands tall. You see, a being who stands tall, as taller than from Ghana to China 1 million times. A being who is taller than from Ghana to China 1 million times. The first among the 24 elders. He is so big, so tall, that he exceeds the 7 heavens. Now the Bible says that he is seated in heaven, and the earth here is his footstool, right? This is what the Bible said. It says the heavens is his sitting place or his dwelling, and the earth here is his footstool. Do you think they were talking about our Father? No. This description was about the first among the 24 elders. He is not permitted to stand. He sits. And even as he is sitting, if he decides to stretch forth his legs, it will reach the planet Earth. Bam, just like that. You are joking about things. You see? So, in the lives of these deities, they are not qualified to be gods. Like Antoine Sonyama, Tegali, and other gods. The ones that you people assume as gods, they are not gods. They are not qualified to be gods. They are spirit. and they are limited. They operate within a given jurisdiction. They are not gods. The gods are only the 24 elders. They have the ability and have the future of a god. The other ones, you people say they are small gods. They are not gods. They are spirits. A God who is as tall, so dangerous. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Huh? Huh? A being, the first among the 24 elders. He has 8,760 spiritual eyes, and the entire body of him is covered in a dazzling star. A dazzling star. His entire body is covered in stars. He has eyes like my own, 8,760 eyes. And you want to joke with this being? Oh my goodness. Now, where he is sitting, there is a constant earthquake, lightning, and thunder every second. Where this first among the 24 elders is sitting, there is a constant lightning and earthquake. Now, when he breathes just like that, he breathes fire, and the fire is that comes out of his nose. His nose is bigger than the sea. So dangerous, a being immense in stature. And you want to joke? Hey, my bro, please. Oh my goodness. A being whose waist, the first among the 24 elders, from his waist to his neck, it shines more than 1,000,000 times of the sun. Now, take your time to go and do research. Take your time to go and do a research about how effective and how powerful the sun is. And imagine a being who is seated on the throne, and from his waist to his neck, it blazes like the sun, 1,000,000 times of the sun. And which entity can approach a being of that type? From his leg to his waist, it shined like the moon. From his leg to the waist, it shined like the moon. A being so powerful, so dangerous to an extent where you can't get closer to him unless you are found wealthy and you are being held in higher esteem by these 24 beings, and then they give you that mandate to approach the first among the 24 elders who is sitting on the throne, a being so powerful. You are very funny. Oh my goodness.
And it is a who shine and so I obey and change my wife. Every now we hear it, and now post to say Dubai. The global seer, as I see, I'm on I see ya. OPATAFUOR, why are you saying OPATAFUOR? Hey, we hear this to me. OPATAFUOR, and I didn't quite hear you. So what can it be on par? A European book as the wife. I had dream mouse, I will bet on a Pumano that be a goatee. I know people can see OPATAFUOR. The one who won't obey us, I sit away. Now, Monsieur Shaky, and I say, so, you should be, you know, you don't know OPATAFUOR. Hey, yes, you know, very, I had you name. The man I go.
So please, with all due respect, you see, don't joke with our Father. The things that King James did to human humanity by asserting certain inscriptions about our Father. In fact, it's like he has committed a crime against humanity. How can you write in the Bible that Moses, who is a mortal, Moses, whom even when he had the intention of ascending to heaven, he was not allowed. He was detained by a gatekeeper, could stand and advise our Father. And then Bible says that God retracted from the sin that he was about to be committed. Imagine belittling God to that status. You have the gut to say that God repented from the sin he was about to commit. Hey, is that how humans could be? Utimi can say na Moses etu ewradefo na ewrade satra free boni anko obeye ho onyame beye boni na King James etimi atwero we dia to Bible mu no agya hokọ adentia because we a secret society ni into ne nkwasi asem obedi ye ni gay enema obeye ye nti wa twero nkwasi asem afa ewrade ho okọ ewrade hu ye mobo ewrade hu ye mobo oh my goodness.
Nana basano ebetia kedi afuo.
You told me that Moses had the mandate. Moses had the mandate to sit our Father down and advise him. The Bible says that Moses advised God, and God stopped the sin and the crime that he was about to commit. The Father, oh my goodness. Hey. And King James had the gut to write this about our Father in heaven. Can you even mess around with the name of even the one who is the champion among the 24 elders? Can you even mess around that being? Gosh. Saluting you, Mr. Henry Glover. I believe you're doing well. Thank you very much as well. You see, sometimes you sit yourself down and ask yourself questions. How can a mortal sit God down and advise God, and God repented from the sin that he was about to commit? That statement alone, it belittles God's capacity. Is God human? Our Father does not sin. Our Father does not sin. And you had the guts to say this. I'm not found worthy to describe whom the Father is. I'm not found worthy to describe whom the Father is. And then Exodus 24 verse 9 to 11, the Bible went ahead by saying that God descended down and sat on the mountain and ate and drank. God took a wine Our father took a wine. This is what the Bible is trying to tell us. This is the errors King James has committed. God descended down and ate and drank. Nyankopon ura ye papa oba betena asase wesu no onom ensa ene osa didiye na King James atimi akeka nkwase asem we wafa no wadi at UK keka nkwase because we your cortic ni na a Christopher nyina so agi atu eye no kore awurade bedidi no onom nsa saa na motie awurade mfa ye nyina bone nkyeye. Oh my goodness. May God bless all my followers sincerely from my heart. May our Father bless you all. Whatever that you're looking for, may our Father provide it for you. Let me tell you something. The first among the 24 elders, even among all the celestial beings, when they get to his presence, they remove their crowns, drop their swords, and prostrate their face on the ground. Among the 24 elders, the first among them, when they get to his presence, they remove their crowns and everything and prostrate their face on the ground. You don't even dare to look onto the face of the first among the 24 elders. Anybody who does that will be reduced to nothing. In the history of our Father's creation, it is only one being that has been able to look onto the face of the first among the 24 elders. Even the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, the seventh, the eighth, the ninth, up to the 24th, none of them is found worthy to look onto the face of the first among the 24 elders. He is the God manifest. Anytime our Father wants to appear and talk to them, he uses his image. And any image that is being used by our Father is highly profound, and it is dim. It is worth it. You see, it is so holy and righteous in the essence that it cannot be compared to anything within the entire cosmic dimension and all the realms. It is only one being, one creature that has been able to look onto the face of the first among the 24 elders, and that is Lucifer. And when he looked onto his face, all of a second, all the rest of the 23 elders, the Hayyot, the Ophanim, the Aralims, all decided to cry, and they were all silent, and they were shivering, because in the history of creation, nothing of that sort has ever happened, where a being stood on its feet to look onto the face or gaze at him. So Lucifer, when he did that, they all rendered apology and cried. If not that, he would have been reduced to nothing. He would have been brought to ashes. He would have been burnt alive. But they pleaded on the behalf of Lucifer, and they threw him. They threw him and gave him restrictions. That is why the Bible says that the truth is what I've told you. And the Bible says that Lucifer wanted to combat with our Father so that he would take the throne of our Father. Lucifer cannot even stand right in the presence of the 24 elders. How much more our Father? Our Father shares no glory with anybody. Our Father's ability and power transcends all mortal abilities, all immortals. Our Father's ability transcends all. And even if our Father leaves his throne, nobody, no being can sit on the throne. I'm telling you the truth. Nobody can sit on the throne of God. Nobody can sit on the throne of God. Nobody. Nobody can sit on the throne of God. Our Father. Now, in this earthly realm, we say God. So let it remain as how we see our Father. Then you are here telling me that Moses, who was not found wealthy, even in the sight of God, Moses was not recognized as a pastor or a prophet. Moses was not recognized as a pastor or a prophet. If you don't know, let me tell you the truth. Somebody will say, what is this prophet saying? Yes, you don't know anything. You're humble for me to teach you.
Yeah, man, I go prophet OPATAFUOR.
Madam Rebecca says, please, what is a mission? If I read a Bible, will it take me to heaven? Please, I want to know. No. If you read Bible only, it can never take you to heaven. When you read Bible, it will not take you to heaven, because Bible was written by humans. Bible was written by humans. It's just that it contains some of the statement of God. But reading the Bible only will not take you to heaven. Bible, the witches have Bible in their possessions. The wizards. Now, when you go to a fetish priest and fetish priestess, zangomas, witch doctors, they also have Bible. So if reading the Bible alone will take you to heaven, then there is no need for righteous life. We don't need to live in a complete life. Okay? You can just go to the market, get for yourself, and then buy Bible, read it out, and then you go to heaven. Now, Williams has written a message. He says, William Asantiche says, good evening, Daddy. But please, you once said God eats based on the 7 mystical body of God. How true, please? I've already explained into details for you. Yes, God did eat. God did eat. And I've explained when we talk about God, who is God, I've explained to you. So God did eat. Indeed, he ate in the Old Testament. And we have quoted a quotation. Exodus 24, verse 9 to 11. Bible says that God descended down, sat on the mountain, and then ate and drank. Yes, God did eat and drank. And when we talk about God, I've explained to you, but not our Father. Our Father is invisible, unapproachable. You see, I don't even know the word to use to describe him, because when I use our mortal language to describe our Father, I'm trying to belittle him. So the only word that perfectly fits his status is our Father, the originator of all things. He emanated all these things, we came from him, our Father. That is the only word. That is why when Jesus was here on earth, he always uses the word our Father. Our Father. Even when he was arrested on the cross, he made mention of Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani. Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani. My Father, why have thou rejected me or forsaken me? Meja, I didn't know about me. Even when he was knelt on the cross, he used the word our Father, because any word that you will use to describe our Father, he transcends that particular word. And since God transcends that particular word, he cannot be used, that particular word cannot be used to describe him. It's like, maybe, let's say I have $10 million and then somebody has $1 million. Imagine you just put this on a scale, somebody that has $10 million and somebody that has $1 million. You see the weight, just like that. So our Father transcends into an unknowable world, invisible world. He does not go hungry. He does not feel angry. He doesn't hate anybody. Nothing like that. That is our Father. But you see, all the words that we have been using to denote or to characterize our Father are his emanations. So when you say God, God are the gods. Get that? God are the gods. When you say God, they are probably the lesser beings. The lesser beings. When you say God, they are basically the lesser beings, less in power, less in ability. Not to talk about our Father. Our Father's ability transcends every power and every limitations as well. So get that. Get that. Get that, okay? Get that. You will understand what I'm saying. So basically, Jesus didn't want to use any word to describe our Father because of his ability, how extremely powerful he is. So please, Nana J says, now, Papa, this statement that Jesus made on the cross, that my Father, why have you forsaken? I don't know. Oh, where is this? Where is the how? Yes, my Father, on the cross, my Father, why have you forsaken me? Was he indeed forsaken? No. Something happened on the cross. Let me tell you, something did happen on the cross that pushed him to make that statement. You see, think, sit yourself down and analyze certain things yourself. Sit yourself down and analyze certain things yourself, okay? You understand the realities of what is happening in the realms. So basically, Fifi Esumai says, please, those two witnesses that stand in front of God, can the two work at the same time? No. The two witnesses, they cannot work at the same time, please. They cannot work at the same time. Okay, now let's move on to today's topic. Basically, I'm teaching you this, and maybe in a week's later, then I'll find time to engage you people again. Okay. Now, Daddy, please, is the lesser Yahweh to part of the 24 elders, the leader of the Shekinah? Yes. Let me see. Let me check. I want to be precise. I don't want to lie. Okay. Let me check something out. Let me check. He is the 11th. He is the 11th. The lesser Yahweh is the 11th among the 24 elders. He is the 11th. He is the 11th. I have all of them, their name here. He is the 11th. Yes. The 11th among them. So now let's get back to business, as I was talking about. Now you must understand that no human here on earth, unless you didn't originate from our Father, but everybody that was created by our Father has a purpose here on earth. Our Father will not just wake up and have the feeling of creating humans just like that. Then he proceed to authoritate his council for them to go about creating humans just like that. But every human here on earth has a purpose. And before you be able to fulfill your purpose here on earth, you must pay a price. You must pay a price. And in the process of paying the price, you pay the price to get your promise and use the promise to fulfill your purpose here on earth. Now, let's take this particular being into checks. I'm talking in respect of Abraham. Abraham was brought down here to be used as a foundation where through him our Father will establish a kingdom. Listen to me clearly. Through him our Father will establish a kingdom and then a generation. Now, this is what actually happened. So when Abraham was brought here on earth, he being an individual soul, he was having a purpose. Abraham was having a purpose here on earth. And the sole purpose of Abraham was to be used as a pillar to establish a generation here on earth. So inasmuch that you were created to be used as a pillar to establish a generation here on earth, there is a price that you must pay to fulfill that particular promise, that particular purpose. And you cannot fulfill your purpose here on earth unless your promise helps you out. Now, your purpose connotes and it is being intertwined with your destiny. Your destiny. The fabric of destiny. Purpose is woven within it. Price is woven within it. And purpose is woven within it as well. This 3P is woven within the fabric of destiny. And one follows one the other, just like that. You, as a human, you have a purpose. To fulfill your purpose, you need a promise. And to get a promise, you need to pay a price. Now, this is it. So, like what I was saying in respect to the destiny of Abraham, as how he was being brought here on earth to be used as a pillar to establish a generation here on earth. The main agenda for our father creating Abraham was to be used to establish a generation here on earth. So when he was brought here on earth, he needed a promise. And then the promises sometimes tends to be the help that you would need in order for you to be able to fulfill your purpose here on earth. So our father made a promise through the God that Abraham was serving, that he will be great, he will establish him, he will become the fathers of all fathers, he will be rich. A lot of these things were said to him. So as he kept on carrying along with his purpose here on earth, Abraham went through a lot. So the things that Abraham went through were the price that he was paying. Now, it pains me that the King James Bible deliberately made some errors and omissions as well, where they deliberately deleted certain notions and actions which were supposed to be present in the Bible. One was when Abraham went to the house of Noah to learn the ways of our father, having him return home, he came to meet his father being a fetish priest. So the father of Abraham became a fetish priest, where his father used to serve idols. So because Abraham has gone to learn the ways of our father from the house of Noah, and having him return home, he came to meet all these things. So it provoked him, where he took the idols of his father and burnt them and then threw the ashes off in a sea. And probably because of this, it got his father angry, where the father reported the incident to the authorities in that town, where they summoned Abraham and later arrested him and threw him into an oven, where the initial plan was to burn him alive. But because at that moment, Abraham has discovered himself and has been able to connect himself to the Father. And when such happens, the Spirit of the Father comes to rest in you and upon you at the same time. So when they threw him into the oven, it couldn't burn him. That heavy furnace couldn't burn him. He came out alive, healthy as such. All these things that Abraham went through was probably as a result of the price that he was paying in order for God to bestow upon him a blessing. And the blessings are the promises which he needs in his life for him to be able to fulfill his purpose or carry out with his destiny agenda. So This is how every human's life is all about. Every human here on earth. If only you were created by our Father, you have a destiny purpose here on earth. And you have a promise. So as time went by, due to the impatient nature of Abraham, he went ahead to engage himself in an intimacy with his servant, being it Hagar, where he gave birth to his first son, being Ishmael. The second was Isaac. The third son of Abraham was Midian, and so on and so forth. Now, in the sight of God, which is our Father, he deliberately took these three boys to be the pillar of Abraham, where Ishmael became another pillar, Isaac another pillar, and then Midian another pillar. When you read Genesis 25, you will see clearly that Abraham gave birth to a certain boy, a bouncing baby boy called Midian. You can read it, you can cross-check it out there. Now, Abraham, being a being sent here on earth to be used as a pillar to for God to use to establish a foundation or a generation here on earth, he went through a lot. So you that you are watching me, I don't know what your purpose, your destiny carries. The destiny that you carry speaks a lot of volumes, and it explains exactly what you go through here on earth. If your destiny is as big as that of Abraham, then it means you go through a lot. My destiny speaks differently because I was brought to the world to bring people back to the Father. People having lost for over 1,500 years all the seed that Jesus came to sow in the earth when he struggled to tilt the ground and planted all these seed. The evil ones came after Jesus and uprooted all the seed and decided to hide it from the public, where it has left so many people wandering just like that. People have the feeling, the zeal, the spirit to navigate their way out to get to the rightful path where they will worship the Father every now and then. You see, people have that mentality. People are having that spirit in them. I know there are so many people who are watching me. They basically want to know. They want the rightful path to get connected back to their Father. But it's just that there are some evil ones in a society who are probably heads of state and religious institutions, heads of so many religious institutions and stuff like that, who have taken to themselves that they will never allow people to discover the truth, because once people discover the truth and reconnect themselves back to the Father, they are not going to be able to enslave those people anymore. So they are doing everything within their mandate to eradicate the truth from the system. So in our era, I was brought to tell you the truth and teach you the rightful way. The ways as how you can connect yourself back to the Father. So, in reference to this purpose, why I was brought here on earth, the devil, who is Lucifer, will not sit down, fold his arms, and allow me to carry on with my day-to-day agenda, complete it, and exit from this world just like that. There must be a price. And the price that I'll pay, sometimes it will come in the form of pains. It will come in the form of tears. Shadow or darkness will be before me in some of my endeavors, not all of my endeavors, but at least 60-70% of my endeavors. Darkness will be before me because of the agenda that I carry on earth. And as far as darkness befalls me, I must make sure to fight back and get myself on the right track. This is how it is of everybody. You must understand that. The promises that God has for me, some are in the form of riches, health, and stuff like that. Do you know why? The people that you have been sent to bring them, to teach them the way, the truth, and get them reconnected to our Father, some of them are broke. So I need a promise which fulfills in my destiny that I will be rich. Being rich is a promise, it's not a destiny. Money has nothing to do with destiny. But money as a medium of exchange helps mankind for you to fulfill your destiny here on earth. So in other way around, money is a tool of promise. Money is a promise that will help you for you to be able to fulfill your destiny purpose here on earth. So becoming rich is not a destiny. There is nobody who was created to become rich here on earth. What are you becoming rich for? If the riches that you will amass, the Father doesn't have any intention to use the riches to fulfill a destiny purpose, why will He give you that riches? So, because Abraham was the foundation of that generation, God had to give him a promise in the essence of riches. Now, don't forget that the Bible says when Abraham paid a visit to Melchizedek, he gave him gold. All these things tends to tell you that our brother Abraham, there was a promise attached to him, and the promise was in the form of riches. So everybody who is watching me right now, there is a price. And no matter how big the price is, you must be willing to pay it. No matter how big the price is. You see, one day I sat myself down and asked our Father so many questions. And in the later on, my attention was brought to a certain statement that one of the luminous beings delivered on the behalf of the Father unto me. He says, all the things you are going through, don't give up. You are going through because the purpose of you coming here on earth is so big. And I know you are the one who can carry it out. That is why I've put in that cross on your shoulder. Organize yourself. Encourage yourself and carry along with it. That is how it is. That is how it is. Every human here, you have a purpose and you have a promise. The promise is maybe the Lord has promised you that you become great, you become rich. What is the essence of God making you to become great if you don't have a purpose to fulfill? Ask yourself those questions. What is the essence of God making you big, making you rich, making you great, making you live long here on earth if you don't have a purpose to fulfill here on earth? God will never make such mistakes. But you see, God has given you all these promises. I know some of you people, there are so many of you that prophets and sages and apostles and bishops has delivered a prophecy unto you that you become great. Your generation will become great. They even gave you a promise concerning some of your children. Maybe they said that your son will become a prophet. Maybe they said your daughter will become this, your daughter will become great. All these things are promises. You see, God will not decide to wake up one day and decide to make you great if he doesn't have a purpose for that. And you see, in the midst of becoming great, my dear, there is a price. Some of you, the price you are supposed to pay is humbleness, is obedience. Some of you, you are supposed to pay the price of pains. You go through pains. Your families will reject you. Your sisters will reject you. Your nibblings. You see, there is a difference between a nibbling and a sibling, right? Good. The nibblings connote to the extended family, and the siblings are sometimes within the internal ones, the nuclear ones. All these, sometimes because of the price you are to pay, they will reject you. Some will insult the hell out of you. Some of you, when you do good for to people, it will tend to become evil. The payback will become only painful. Sometimes the things you go through and what you're going through, you don't even know exactly where you are to turn to, because it seems you are exhausted spiritually. Physically, you have given up. Now you have a divided mind. You don't know whether to stop going to church, whether to stop following God, or you are fed up. You are fed up. You see, all these things are happening to you because of your purpose, because of the promise God has given to you. Sometimes the devil doesn't want you to get your promise fulfilled. The reality, you see, because of the purpose you were brought here on earth, the devil will destroy all your generation. There are some of you, your children have been destroyed. Your firstborn, your secondborn, thirdborn, all this. You see, the kind of life they are living is not pleasurable at all. You are aware of it. And you know that the reasons why all these things are happening to you is because all these stories, the devil knows that once he gives you that peace of mind, you will be able to pull through and then fulfill your destiny purpose here on earth. And because of that, that is why he has stolen the soul of one of your kids, and he is using the action of one of your kids to disturb you, so that you not live at peace, so that you have a lot to question God. You have a lot to say to God. You have a lot. You see, some of you people, you are wasting your energy, your time in fighting the devil, instead of you to go on your knees and ask God for the strength for you to be able to accomplish your purpose here on earth. You have stopped that particular prayer that you are supposed to utter in the presence of God, and you have channeled all your attention onto fighting the devil. Do you know why? The devil knows that it is not easy to bring him down. He knows it by himself. That is why the devil has opted in to avail himself to be fighting you every now and then. I'm telling you the truth. The devil knows that you have a purpose. And once you are able to fulfill your purpose here on earth, you will never return back here on earth. You'll be able to pull through the 7 dimensions and go just like that. And that is the only thing that the devil is afraid. The devil is afraid to have you fulfill your purpose. I'm telling you. The reason why I always tell you that I don't give up, it's not because I don't fail, I've not failed before, or I don't necessarily face challenges. Let me tell you, it is not because OPATAFUOR I have not faced challenges or I have not failed in life. But you see, I can't afford to say I'll not continue what I'm doing because the devil has done this. You have a purpose, sister. I'm telling you from the bottom of my heart, you have a purpose. You have a purpose, I'm telling you. That is why the devil is using your grandson, your granddaughter, your grandchildren to terrorize you. You have a purpose. That is why, you see, these days you are not living at peace because of that particular son of yours. Because the son keeps on complaining this and that, and it has become a trouble in your spirit, a reptile of feeling. You are not at ease at all. You don't like it. Why? Because the devil knows. You see, the devil doesn't want you to fulfill your purpose. The devil doesn't want. Because the very moment you fulfill your purpose, you have attained to a status of excellence. And the devil failed in his pursuit to fulfill his promise. That is why he always wants to make everybody a failure. Everybody has a price. Do you know? Let me tell you. At a point, I stood on a mountain and declared to the higher heavens that I want to die. I declare unto the higher heavens that I want to die. They should take my soul. I don't want to live again. You see, let me tell you, the devil was laughing at Elijah because Elijah was not able to fulfill his purpose here on earth. When the devil decided to invade Jezebel and use Jezebel to torment and terrorize the life of Elijah, Elijah went to stand somewhere and declared to the higher heavens that I want to die and leave the earth because what is before me is hunting my life. And then Bible says that the Lord heard him from higher heavens and told him to go and give the power to Elisha. I have really been through a lot. I quite remember when I was young, when I used to stay with my grandmother in Yamuasi. I'm telling you, one day I hurt myself by going to sit at the back of a bicycle, and my leg mistakenly entered into the bicycle spokes. So this thing, I don't even know how to describe it. You see that chain that propels when you are riding this thing, the chain that propels the back tire for it to move forward. My left leg entered into that chain, and it caught me seriously. I was hurt severely. So I had no option. They took me to Salvation Army in Wiamoasi. Most of you people that knows Wiamoasi, you know that particular hospital. They took me to that place. At that time, somewhere around 98, 99, thereabout, there was a white man over there who was the senior medical doctor as at then. Now, there is no treatment that they have not served me with. Still. So, I have to walk from Riamuasi Mission to that place. And at a time, my leg became swollen because the way that thing hurts me. In fact, I couldn't walk on my other leg. So, I needed someone to carry me at his or her back to that place, but there was nobody there to do that for me. So I will wake up early in the morning, somewhere 4:30 thereabout, in the aim of going to the hospital. And because I can't walk fast, 4:30 earlier dawn, I will get to the hospital around 8:30 to 9 because I couldn't walk straight and I couldn't walk in a hurry. I had to be managing things and forcing myself. So one day when I went to the hospital, the white man over there asked me, "Where's your father?" At that time, my father has left me to the Western region. My mom was not also there, so there was nobody to carry me. So I have to weep. I have to weep every now and then. I have to weep. So one day, when I went to the hospital, on my return home, something happened. A taxi knocked me down. Just like that. From my childhood, my life has always been pain. So when the taxi knocked me down, in fact, I was not able to go to the hospital again for them to dress my wounds. So I had to remain in the house, paralyzed. So what happened next? Because they were not dressing my wounds, it was smelling. So I was not able to sleep inside. Because at that time, I was not having my room alone. I was sleeping with my grandmother and the other grandkids. And I can't be using my wound to be making them smell that stinking thing. You know how it stinks when you have a wound on your other part of your body and is not being addressed well. You know how it smells. So I have to sleep outside, not inside. So I slept outside for almost 6 months. And when my father came, he was furious because they have made me sleep outside. But he doesn't have a choice because after all, at the end of the day, the house doesn't belong to you. So my father carried me at his back and took me to the hospital. And when my father got there, the white man asked him, "Who are you?" And then he replied by saying that, "I'm his father." And they said, "You are the father of this boy, and you have been allowing him to suffer like that." All of a sudden, just at that moment, the white man slapped my father just like that. Back, two. 1 year, 1 year. And my father decided to explain himself to the white man. He said he doesn't know something like that has happened to me. And nobody has tried contacting him. And he was not around us at then. And the white man told me that they can't do anything about it because they have allowed my wound to destroy my leg. So they have to take me to Confanoche. As at then, they have to bring me to Kumasi, to Confanoche, for them to cut my leg. Now they brought me. My father brought me to Confanoche. They brought me to Confanoche. And my father used to carry me at his back. Now when they brought me to Confanoche, now the senior medical expert there told my father that, okay, now this is the procedure. They went through all the procedures and gave my father a date. Now that date for them to bring me so that they will cut my leg. Something happened. Something happened. That was an attack, not an ordinary thing. The devil saw me way back, about 1,000 kilometers wide. The devil saw me that this is what the guy carries. This is what the guy carries. Something happened. An old man appeared to my father and told him that, hey, the boy is my son. Don't take him to the hospital for them to cut his leg. Now, wake up in the morning. Go to this place. You'll find something like this there. Carry it and bring it home. Every now and then, warm it and pour it on the wound. It will go gradually. Now, we did that with certain instructions, and then 40 days, the wound disappeared, leaving a mark over there. This is not a created story. I'm telling you the realities of my life. Now, when the wound disappeared, 6 months later, my elderly sister was hit by a motorbike of a prominent person in this country. My sister. My senior sister was hit by a motorbike, the motorcade of a prominent man in this country. And then my sister lost their life just like that. And I survived. Now, I was brought to Kumasi. So I came to Kumasi somewhere 1999 to 2000 thereabout. And life hasn't been easy for me. Now, when I was coming to Kumasi, do you know what happened? The very moment the wound disappeared, my father left me again to the western. You know, it got to a point that the land in Ashanti region all was destroyed. And when he used to cultivate anything, it doesn't yield any positive result. So all the people who were found in farming, agriculture, they all flew to western region. I know some of you people you are aware of this. Majority of the Ashanti men, they went to western region just to continue their farming activities over there. Now, so I had to sort myself out. One day, after it has finished raining, I went to the bush with a certain woman called Howard. Now, when you go to Wiamoase, go to Mission, there's a woman over there called Howard. She is a member of Church of Pentecost with a husband called CK. Now, this woman, I used to work with this woman. Once it has finished raining, and then went to the farm with the intention of going to pluck orange. So, when we went there, there was a lot of red tree ants on the orange, what you people call us in Hohua. In the English, we call it red tree ants. There was a lot on the orange tree, so we couldn't. So she told me that since we couldn't pluck the orange, so we should turn to a pear over there. Then I climbed this pear, not knowing that the pear, that tree is not that strong. So when I climbed it, I went to the higher ends and it broke. So I fell from the higher ends down to the ground. And when I fell down, my leg came to choke on the tree. And the tree pierced my leg, the trunk of my leg, from one end to the other end, just like that. And I was hanging on the tree. Another trouble for me. In fact, the woman couldn't sleep. She need to cry out for them to come and help bring me from the tree. And they took me. Now they removed the tree that pierced the trunk of my leg to the other side. They removed it. They took me to hospital before they were able to remove it. And when they remove it, they address it. But it was not a small wound. So when I came to Kumasi, then they took it to the hospital. And the doctor started addressing it. One day, he told me that you are a small boy. The medical doctor said you are a small boy, but let me tell you, you will suffer a lot. I didn't understand what this medical doctor, until when this day that I discovered that majority of the medical doctors, they have the spiritual eyes. He told me, said, you are young, but you suffer. But let me tell you, this wound that you have brought here, it will not go. Now, they should take me back home. As time goes by, it will disappear. Bro, I went through all this. 3 years later, the wound on my leg disappeared just like that. I woke up in the morning, it was not there, disappeared. Now, I was being sent back to the village. I went to stay at the village. Now, there was a woman who used to come to the village to buy plantains and stuff in bulk and then transfer it into Atimpoku. I know most of you people who know there. Then to Accra, from Accra to Atimpoku, then from Atimpoku to Akosomo. Now, when she comes to this particular village, I used to go and support this woman. This is where the woman saw me to be industrious and very intelligent, and then she said to me that she would take me along. I thought she is taking me along to go and stay with her, not knowing she was going to give me to a certain woman. Now, most of you people who have stayed in Atimpoku, there is a place called 39 Steps. Now, the owner of 39 Steps, I went to stay with her. One day, this particular woman, she used to rear snakes and grass cutters and sheep stuff, those animals. She's into a little animal husbandry and stuff like that. So one day, I went to the cage to go and clean this mess that the goats and stuff has left in there, has caused. So as I bent down my head to clean those things, I was just sweeping just like that. Then a guy called Kuju called my name out. So I forgot I was in that cage, and I was not supposed to then raise my head just like that. And I went ahead by raising my head, and then a nail pierced my head just like that. So I was not able to even respond to Kujo, but Kujo was able to navigate his way out and locate where I was and realize that maybe I was in that cage. Then when he came, I was there truly, and then I was not able to talk. So I had to do some actions by telling him that he should look. So when he got closer to me, he realized that a nail has pierced my head to the skull. And then he had no option than to use his two hands to hit me like this, to press me down so that that nail will come out. And you see, that woman couldn't take care of me well. And my head became swollen, as big like this. I was dying in within. So I had to call the woman who took me to this woman to take me to a hospital. And they said, how can the woman become so wicked like that unto me? Because that thing really affects me. So they gave me all sort of treatments, but it couldn't work. One night I was there, an old man with a white beard, he appeared to me. He says, don't worry. Then I saw this old man transferring an energy to that particular point. And I felt the energy, and I was sweating just like that at that night when I woke up. In fact, the experience wasn't what it as how I'm saying it. How I wish you were there to experience it. And this has been my life story from one problem to the other. So one day, the rejection that I received from my family alone. Imagine somebody who is in class 3 being rejected by all family members. I never stayed with my mother not my father, none of my siblings. I had to suffer alone, went through that pain. Sometimes the reason why you people tell me that it's like I don't have sympathy for human. It's not like that. You see, sometimes when you go through all what I went through, I'm telling you that you come out having no blood in you. Your blood will become milk. And once your blood becomes milk, you will not feel pain. So now nothing pains me. So one day I woke up. This was what I went through before even God disclosing my main agenda here on earth. And ever since I decided to take the cross on my shoulder, even what I've been through from that moment till today as I speak with you, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. My sister, it's not worth it. I have run into hiding to weep. I have run into hiding to go and weep. My dear, let me tell you, the dream and purpose that you have, the vision, you will not take it on the lighter weight. I'm telling you. You will not take it on the lighter weight. You will not take it on the lighter weight. The false charges people have leveled against me. The false charges people have leveled against me severally. I don't have an option. Nobody is there to defend me. I must fight for myself. The reason why I don't feel pain, you hate me, I hate you back, is because of all these memories. I've been tortured. What I've just said to you is a tip of the iceberg. Imagine somebody in class 2 going to farm to make money to go and pay my own school fees. Going to farm to go and make money. At that time, we used to go and fetch for firewood. You go fetch firewood, go and sell it to some ima, cocoa seller over there, a porridge seller over there, to get money so that I'll be able to foot for my bills. My father was not there. So I don't feel the pains. The devil has made me a beast. I'm telling you the truth. That is my nature. When you use cutlass to cut me, blood will not come, it will be milk. And there's a reason for that. Bro, I have once given up. I've once stood somewhere to tell the Lord that, please, I don't want the gift, because the gift is creating problems for me. People hate me. You see, some of you people who are following me, if you will attest to the fact, you see that even following me alone has attracted a lot of enemies to you. Some of you, if you will tell the truth, following me OPATAFUOR alone has attracted a lot of enemies to you. People don't like you. People don't like you not because you have stepped on their toes. Do you know why? Do you know why people don't like you? People don't want to hear you. People don't even want to see your face. Do you know why? It's because of the gift you are following. Imagine you, even you that you are following me. Look at what you are going through, and then compare to as to me being the carrier of the vessel. If some of you people will tell the truth, you realize that some people don't like you all because you follow OPATAFUOR. Imagine you, they don't like you. How much more me? Do you know what I'm going through? You help somebody today, that person tends to become your enemy. Having the mindset of even taking your life just to eradicate you from the system. A lot of pains. A lot of pains. A lot of pains. People will intentionally sit down and conspire against you for no reason. You have not done them anything. Sometimes I pretend I've not seen, neither have I heard of it. I pretend. Sometimes I pretend. But all these people, they tend to come to me for money. I give them. They run to me for shelter. I do it willingly for them. And they will go behind you, sabotage you, backbite you. They will jeopardize you publicly. Some of them, they will sit in the council of evildoers and fight you. I've been through a lot. I have slept on the street, different classrooms. Different classrooms. I have slept in different classrooms. A lot. But you see, one day I said to the Lord that I can't. I can't. Father, I can't, because the pain is too much. The rejection is too much. Imagine I've not committed any crime. Then your family members don't like you. Ah, my goodness. The ones you allow them to get closer to you, it's not like you are hard-hearted towards them. You show them an extreme kindness. You help them, lifting their burdens down from their shoulders, and these people will fight you. So at a point in my life, I had no option than to remain in isolation. I'm telling you the truth. At a point in my life, I have to remain in isolation. I remain in isolation. I lock myself up and stay indoors. So anybody who stays indoors is a wicked person. If you don't know, I'm telling you the truth. I lock myself up and stay indoors alone. And this has always been my daily routine. I always lock myself up. I stay indoors alone for years, and I'm still counting. I don't know when the Lord will take me from the planet Earth. And this has been the norms of the day. And imagine you staying alone. Nobody comes to you. You don't go to anybody. Always 24/7. It's either I'm playing a game or reading my books. Imagine this sort of lifestyle. Nobody comes to you, because the people who comes to you, they will tend to come and hurt you. They will exhibit certain character that you will not like it. So one day, our Father decided to crown me. He says, "You have written all exams and passed all exams. There's nothing that you will ask that I will deny you." He blessed me with money. But you see, I'm not that materialistic. I'm not that materialistic. I don't care. I don't even know how to start a car engine. I have never driven a car before. Imagine a man of my type. At least buy for yourself some Rolls Royce. It's not that I cannot buy Rolls Royce. No, I can buy it. I can buy Rolls Royce. Buy a Rolls Royce for myself, and at least cruise in the Rolls Royce. And at least go out and enjoy myself. But I don't do it. You see, ask yourself, how many times have you seen me wearing this particular attire? Be sincere unto yourself. Be sincere. Let's put the hatred aside. How many times have you seen me wearing this particular attire? Do you know why? I wash, it becomes, I wear, it becomes dirty. I remove it, wash it. When it dries up, I take it back. I'm not a fan of material things, though it is good when you acquire them. But I don't allow money to take over my conscience. I don't do that. I'll tell you the truth. When I had my first $1 million, when I had my first $1 million, my first $1 million, I was living in a rented apartment. I was not bothered to buy a car. I was not bothered to buy a house. I was living in a rented apartment. I don't care. I'm okay with that. That was then, not today, not last year, not 2 years, not 3 years ago, when I had my first $1 million as a debt. When I had my first $1 million, I was living in a rented apartment. I don't care. That is me. I don't care. I come out, present myself as if I've not seen money before. I come out and present myself as if I've not seen money before. Put on the same lifestyle. Unless you get closer to me, too close, this is where you'll be able to catch me and see that, or to be able to discover that OPATAFUOR is not like what you see. So recently, when I decided to be showing you people chicken changes, I was laughing. Let me tell you the truth, my dear. You have a purpose, but the purpose comes with a price where your promise will be delivered to you. If anybody stands anywhere to tell you that there is no God, don't mind those people. There is God. Onyame wo ho, Yesu Kristo wo ho, oyenkunimdifuo. Di achie nyina wama na tene. Di ase bi amana yeye. Share. Wabamubu. Don't give up. Don't give up. I'm telling you, don't give up. Don't give up. I'm telling you the truth. Don't give up. Don't give up, okay? Fight. Even if you lose all your teeth, lose it and become a winner. If you lose your right hand, lose it and become a winner. If you lose your left hand, lose it and become a winner. Lose it. I lost desire. I lost taste. I lost everything because what I went through, I couldn't catch the glimpse of how taste looks like. How it looks like. I couldn't catch it. So get that. Fight. Fight. Fight a good fight. Fight. What they will say, let them say. You see, don't allow what your children are going through to push you to question God. Read my lips. Whatever situation, whatever problems you are going through, don't allow it for it to push you to question God, because nobody questions the Father. Nobody questions the Father. Okay? Don't question God, but remain whom you are. Remain truthful to yourself, your spirit. Never lose hope. Never give up. Sometimes they will say you are mad. You are going crazy. They said the same thing to Jesus. 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 They said Jesus was mad. They said Jesus was crazy. But I'm telling you, if you will not backslide and stay truthful to yourself, everybody who rose against you in life will be brought to nothing. I'm telling you, all those who rose against me in life, today they are like paper before the wind. All those who rose against me at a point when they were jeopardizing me, sabotaging me, today they are like paper before the wind. God has blessed me with numerous houses. Me, OPATAFUOR, God has blessed me with numerous houses. My houses are at a vantage area, not a lungu lungu. I don't have a house in any lungu lungu, vantage areas. None of my house is worth less than $1 million. No. None of my house is worth less than $1 million. And I don't build one house. Anytime that I want to build, I build two. Blessings becomes double. And even with that, I don't even sleep in them. The houses I've built, I don't sleep in them. I live in a small area. I don't fancy those things, though it is good to live and amass wealth and those things like that. But I'm not that type that I am too materialistic and stuff like that. No. You don't go to a fetish priest, a Zangoma, because of what you are going through. Stay true to yourself. Tell them you are from the Father and this too will pass. Tell them that what you are going through, this too will pass. Me, amo bear me a cool type. It's just that many nation, but me a cool type, but many nation, me a hatu keke. Sanam tie. Na hatu na me yeno. Hatu na me yeno. Eye di wiase edimi fa mu no. Ene ma me life ayesa. Me a hatu keke. But me a cool type. Many miri will be out. Many miri will be out. Me no be to me chairman, so I'm okay. Obi to me trap plenty ticket for a brochure. No, the sika. And yes, sir, $2,000 and a pound. Sika kasi and so men cop. Papa maybe sika bre will men cop. We need the entire. And yes, sir, man, yes, sika man abrosu. Set a pokra and so to gum. And so ebu wa no mo a obi timi ka se me magic na ma edi me kura na ma busa mo se me kura se me yeska de me wono all right, so no ma ka so me pa cho obeti me nka meba I will not go. I don't envy anybody. I'm not materialistic. I don't even know how to drive. Minim ka atwi matali we can how many times won say shemi atali we are who me next week, who me next session. Atali we will be next session. Me faho. My bressa. Me my bressa. But me nko konfo bia hoda. Me nko join secret society bia da. Me join society bia o. Me join occultic society bia. Me nkoji to me bia bo baby da me tetre mani. all me touch my so you clean. Me touch my so you clean. Me touch my so me honam baby ni ho amatete. Hwe me honam me moma so me tete me moma so me tete maso achi me ko achi me tete baby ada. Yaw bi e betumi wa abrabom bia me kama no tum na ma enjoy la yaw no. Me kama no tum. Nanso Awurade a oyeye nyina ya gya no. Onim kwan a ofa so a ode kura me amama bedrusi. Sister, in chato so de ye twa bi ato me so papa. Ani ngwase e ma kobi mu se de minim ya ka bi ato me so pe. But ni nyina no nsiranka osoro agya Nyankopɔn. Ade nyina sutumfo one odipa nkwa firi no. Ona ade nyina firi no. Che osapo mu nsuo ne fa tu tirim se ubegyina obema obonsam na ni awu se onkoto nsore abo ani nsuo ani nuane homa because of sika o penti $2,000, $5,000, $10,000 inti obekoto asole nsuo ema bi ma utirim da fa seda ayeye ni nhira ni animonyam nyina fa mo osoro agya Nyankopɔn. Na sa oye ne sadia no kwasem ne se ebre mu odin beba na so onyame nti ubedi nkunim. Ubedi nkunim o enti me mada school mu sa se mada Mampontin school mu hosa o Mampontin Roman for school mu o mada hosa me mada hosa adawsa ehwa school mu ho mada ho me se o mada ehwa school mu ehwa school na me da ho a anwumre se am robbers o makoye operation o mo be chesika na o munim se me da ho o mu duro na o mo de sika ni tuo na gugu classroom na o mo chesika no sa se mu ekura ma kan several times sa da no na komo de me no ma wura ho no no mo sheda ye de hwana wa hwana nam so me shed dex table ba kwa sinto ma hu e wo last corner ho to mu wura ha obi ante dex ne so no mo fi so obi ani ho e no mo ka se ne na operation ye tough akwa ba kwa si ka o ya me achi mi o ba ko se hwe mi ye mi di tuo esi wuma ne so nyina no na me kura me yam hihye me enso so kronfo no wose nso Awurade adom nso yetimi operation no sa asem no kayo enti o mo chesika no o mo ye yi na menua ene ntontom defuo bi tontom re no obesi manim na me de pa na o mo che me o say hey o da hanom ene o mo busa me makosem na me ka kire akronfo de say me o mapam me afirifie se menko akura ase me so me bese me ko akura ase bese me tena kurum na etimi simi yie na eya school dem ha na meda nti anajo daytime miko di agora na mi ya me hohoro cars ni ade na ma ba beda school mo me car se mo no kire am rubber no hemi di na scan o mako wi ano omuma mi bisa be fan kwota aduane ni sa tam so na ko de bipa na ja me de koji emu bi wo ho ase we me kan de bia I'm telling you the truth na me ba cho me na omupam o mi frifie egu manim ase ye ma yakayaka de obi a minimo hwe no me ba cho mawu de me fa mu na ya de nanso me na mete wo no mena meti wodo nyame ne nim de ye na ye ma ne ma why omo conspire against me no ene ma bobrase na omu nyina ma osikase na obia ma osikase na omu nyina ma bobrase obi enye omo afa ne kwa eni kwa asa me kase brampo omo mo bra na me be na me nka ho Awurade shawode na de wukom biara no Awurade ma ho ahoɔden a wobɛtumi de agina na wakɔ akɔden. Why? Awurade ma ahoɔden o. Awurade ma ahoɔden ne timi gina afa ma Awurade na ne titiri awieye mmere mu no nneɛma ayɛ de ankasa. Nneɛma ayɛ de. Sisi nneɛma ayɛ de. Mia minim sɛ nneɛma ayɛ de. But Awurade bɛhyɛ no wɔ animuonyam. Why? Na menka ho. Bye bye.